No, my frame. Oh my god, that works.
Standard form of a parabola. Well, it's just instead of y, it's the same thing. Okay, standard form of a parabola is basically if the parabola was expanded. Okay, so when it's in standard form, in order to find the vertex, you need to know that the x-coordinate of the vertex is equal to negative b over 2a. Okay, I'm gonna fix my little equal sign. It looks kind of weird.
I don't like it this way.
Sorry. So negative b over 2a. So that's going to find the x-coordinate of your vertex, which is also the axis of symmetry. Okay, and as you can see, a is the number in front of the quadratic term. B is the number in front of the linear term. And C is the constant. Okay, so they're coefficients or constants, A, B, and C.
No.
So it says, scoot it over a little bit. Find the axis of symmetry, vertex, direction of opening, and identify if the vertex is a maximum or minimum. So we're going to do all of those things. Okay.
X is 4 over 9.
What?
I don't know.
Add me on Snap.
Okay.
Okay, first we're going to find the axis of symmetry. Okay, you're going to calculate negative b, this is b, so negative 4 over 2 times a, which is negative 3.
And what is that?
Oh, I said
So this is
nine.
positive 4, this is negative 6, which simplifies to negative 2/3.
And that's gonna be your
That's your axis of symmetry.
okay, that's
Okay, to graph that, you wouldn't be able to do it very nicely. Okay, it's 2/3, so it's approximately 0.6 repeating, like 0.67. So you wouldn't probably graph this.
But you can just hide it.
To find the y-coordinate of your vertex, because we already have the x-coordinate, it's negative 2/3. To find the y-coordinate, you're going to take your negative 2/3 and you're going to plug it back in to the original function. Okay? So you're finding f of negative 2/3.
Wait.
This is going to find the y value
Sorry, you creeped out.
of your parabola.
Oh my god, see, this is why I don't like these. These are gross numbers.
Hey, get me out this.
Well, you're not graphing it, so you have to do some kind of work.
Well, I would rather graph it, to be honest.
All right, when you do this, you want to make sure that you are doing the squaring part first. So when you square negative 2/3, you should get 4/9.
Trust me, it makes me like cringe. This is why I don't like math, because like I like when the numbers are like normal. But when the numbers are like this, it like hurts me to do the problem.
But they're all numbers. Just
All right,
on top of
multiply your fractions. If you can cancel. So like the 3 and the 9, you could cancel a 3. So we get negative 4 over 3.
How are you going so quick?
She's a math teacher.
Oh,
Right
that's what I'm
here,
doing
We have
wrong.
2 negatives, so this is going to be a plus sign. Nothing cancels, so you just get a positive 8 over 3.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
I'm just adding fractions.
How are you?
I don't.
You have such a great class.
What?
I said you were doing so good in the class, and you can't even add fractions.
It takes me a little bit to get there, okay?
I'm not gonna lie, I don't even know how to.
I'm going to find a common denominator with this 6, so in order for this to be 6 something over 3, I'm going to have to multiply by 3. So this is going to turn into an 18 over 3.
I mean, I'd rather just make it into this.
See, trust me, like when I'm actually like learning it, I will understand it all. Then once I do it,
That's
Add up all your fractions. So you have negative 4 plus 8 is 4. 4 plus 18 is 22. So this is going to be 22/3.
wait, I have a question. So,
Like it is. Then your direction of opening is what?
Down.
down.
Okay, so if it was positive, You wouldn't see a plus sign there. You just wouldn't see a negative sign there.
It's 8 because you're multiplying.
Yes.
Did you just figure out? Were you thinking about it the entire
I'm
time?
sitting here looking
It's like
at
SpongeBob SquarePants where it's like 2 hours later.
Because oh,
If the parabola opens down, okay, it's going like this, then the vertex, is it a maximum or a minimum?
minimum, maximum. Okay, I
It's a
don't
maximum.
Because it's at the top, you know what I mean?
Because it's at the top, like Braden said. If it's opening down, then it has a maximum or a highest value. If it's opening up, then it has a minimum value because it's like the bottom
know.
of
Oh, we
it.
haven't been talking about that yet. That's why I was like, well, I've been using maximum, but I was
We
like,
sort of talked about it
you
briefly.
don't like label it or
You
like.
gotta have common sense, you know.
Hey, Brayden,
You know,
that's the one thing I lack. Okay, I'm gonna rub it in, man.
you know, I'm the one with the 72.
If
class.
asked, listen, if asked what the maximum value is,
It's 0.
you say
I mean,
22 thirds.
What
Okay.
number?
Is it always the Y? that
It's
you
the
would get
Y.
from the vertex? Okay.
Because we're talking about vertical parabola. So when they're asking you the maximum, you're finding the highest point on the graph. The highest value that y can be is 22 thirds. This is called an absolute maximum. In other functions, you have other maximums or other minimums. They're called maxima or minima. Vertex form, you already have almost everything you need. So just to recall, earlier we did this problem and we found that the vertex was negative 2 thirds, 22 thirds. Okay? To put it in vertex form, you have to know, well, actually, I'm going to use function notation because they do too. So you have to know vertex form. This is vertex form.
Oh, we have to write it in that form.
So it's really easy though. All you do is you take the x
Uh-huh.
and you plug it in for h. Okay?
Why did I put it as H not just X? That's like
Because then there would be 2 x's.
Oh, I didn't even. Well, then why did they just write Y instead of X?
Function notation is used for lots of
Not
things.
the
So take your h, plug it in, take your k, plug it in, and then there's one more thing you have to plug in, and that's a. A is this guy right here in front of the x squared.
It's X minus H squared, and then plus what? K.
It's minus k, but in this case, since our k was negative, it is going to wind up being x plus 2 thirds quantity squared. And then you got your plus 22 thirds at the end, and you have to put your a in front of the parentheses. So like in the beginning. Okay, so
What are you doing right now?
this is your vertex form.
Mr. Rupp, who's the
Oh,
brown?
you're doing the other problem. I was like, what are you?
This is from earlier.
Who's the brown M&M?
What is
Who
X?
is